You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up? What's up, everybody? What up? What up? Welcome to episode 407. Uh, Today's episode is gonna be dedicated to my cousin, who we lost this week. One United States veteran, Steve Bunkley. That's right, Bunk. I'm dedicating this episode to you, big dog. That's my cousin. We lost him earlier this week. Special shout out to the Bunkley family and your hearts and prayers. But I am gonna dedicate this to my
Listen, when
cousin.
y'all see
I don't know. It sound like my Uncle Chauncey King. But anyway, dedicating the show to Steve Bunkley. We love you, Bunk. We miss you. Want to be Hill's on. And like I say, we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. We got a lot going on this week in sports. I mean, cause though he was a avid Falcons fan, so I know he's gonna be interested in what's going on with the future of the Falcons. We got a college championship preview coming up, wild card recap, and a divisional round preview. Of course, we're going to discuss the futures of the teams that were eliminated this week. We got big time news from Steelers Nation, big time news from Ravens/Giants Nation. Got some Oregon QB news. Might talk about the Lakers, might throw a little baseball in there, but no matter what, it's all gonna be sports, baby. And it's episode 407. Hey, let's glide to heaven, everybody. Let's get started.
All right, welcome, everybody to the Red and Red Sports Show. We are here, and me and Red are live from the ATL
Shout.
Give me real sports talk, because we're real sports athletes who are real sports fans who have real sports knowledge.
What knowledge?
We got plenty of that. And right now, I got to welcome a man who is no stranger to anybody, and is no stranger to the Big Easy Grill, which he frequents often. And you got to try the red beans and rice. I'll say it for him before he say it. H.O. in the building from the Sports Roundtable. What's going on, H.O.?
Good morning, Red. I'm praying for you, bro. I'm praying for you. Only thing I would say, yes, Red, is make your cousin proud. Make your cousin proud. So, but good morning, Rev Knight Nation. Good morning, Coach. Hope all is well. Coach, yes. Have you called Mike Tomlin yet to see what he gonna do?
Yes, we talked. I got some words from him, and we talked for a minute. And like Red said at the beginning, this show we're gonna do it for his cousin. We know, and anytime there's loss in the family, that's never good. But we know they're going to a better place than we are. So God bless the family during this time, and we're gonna honor him and make sure that everything is glad that everything is okay with the family so far. I'm gonna move on to the number 407. Now, y'all, you're gonna find this very interesting, Red. I don't know if I get a clap on this one, but I know for HO, you gonna clap for this one, because the number 407 represents the number of points that this guy has scored in March Madness history. He is the leader in points in March Madness history, 407, and his name is one most hated man in America, Christian Laettner. He gets number 407. He has 407 points in March Madness history. I couldn't believe when I saw it. I said, "Oh Lord!" And I got to say it, and I'm not choking. I'm trying to hold my throat together, but I'm all right. I'm gonna make it through with Christian Laettner being our number 407.
Yeah, yes, well, he's a former Hawk. He was a former Hawk, Coach.
Yes, sir. Former Hawk for a minute. Should have kept him, but you know how things go with the Hawks and their maneuvering and everything. All right, later then we ask that you nicely, please like and share this broadcast. Hit the like button. Share this with somebody who may not know us, and if you get to them and let them see it, they may want to keep watching every weekend. So hit the like and share button to make sure that we are going around globally, because we are live on the Red and Red Sports Show. We want to welcome the Rev Knight Nation. It seems like some of them are up and wide awake with us. Let's see who we got this morning. All right. Scroll back. Amara Thigpen, what's up? Good morning, sir. Joe Black, he's praying for you, Red. And then he also says, good morning, guys. All right, good morning, Joe Black. The VP in the building ready to slam down the prosperity preacher, Red Bottom Gavel, to begin another 5 episode of TRRSS, Rev Knight Nation. Let's go, VP. I did not see you in the building, even though you may have been, when South Carolina played Texas in that classic this week. I was looking for you, and that was a battle, and your South Carolina girls pulled it off. And he said Coach stomped on our chest with that tape on the numerology this week. I ain't trying to stomp on your chest.
That's a good one.
That was wrong. I know where you got that from, but you always find them. King Atlanta supporter, what's up? What's good morning, sir? How are you? Glad you joined us on the Red and Rail Sports Show. The Rev Night Nation, we sure they're going to increase as the morning goes on, but we're glad that they are here and that they are listening to us as we go along. We're going to jump right in. We're not going to waste any time. Going to go into our dope, note, and quote. What you like, what you didn't like, and what you tried to keep up with and try to support. Red, what's your dope moment?
My dope moment goes to one Lynn Harris for the Jacksonville Free Press. Lynn Harris was took a lot of scrutiny this week because of her words after the Jacksonville loss to Buffalo. And personally, I don't think Lynn Harris has any reason to feel bad at all. I appreciate her words. I felt she was very classy, very honest, and very genuine with Jacksonville coach Liam Cohen. I mean, if he already getting ate up by all the sharks in the Jacksonville media at the game, what's wrong with one person being positive and uplifting like Miss Lynn Harris, who owns the Jacksonville Free Press, who doesn't answer to anybody? So dope to Miss Lynn Harris, who felt she needed to bring some positiveness into the negative Jacksonville media. Miss Lynn Harris, respect. I ain't got no problem with you, no matter what everybody else, other folks have. I wish there were more media personalities like you. So utmost respect to one Lynn Harris from the Jacksonville Free Press.
All right. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with what she said. It's nice to give a compliment to somebody. They had a great season. I don't know what everybody was upset about it, but hey, glad she did what she did, and glad she stood up for herself. H.O., what you got?
Well, Coach, with your 407 number, I ought to give you a dope moment for that, for being able to just stomach that and get that out. But I'm gonna go with the quarterback for Indiana, Mendoza. He has an opportunity to have one of the greatest seasons in the history of college football. He is playing in the national championship game in Miami, where he's from, to beat his dream school that he grew up dreaming to go to, and finish this thing off with a national championship against his dream school who never offered him a scholarship, and ride off into the sunset with a Heisman, a championship, and beat his dream school that never offered him a scholarship and become the #1 pick overall. All is a possibility. I'm doping on the possibility of all that happening. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but the possibility of it happening is one of them stories that you have to tip your hat out to.
Yeah, Mendoza got a chance to become one of the most celebrated football players in college history if he does what he needs to do and follow through and win the national championship for his team to lead them to a 16-0 record. Never been done in the history of college football. So yeah, he got a chance to be special. He's already special, going to be the #1 draft pick, but this has to put the icing on the cake if he does win.
Mm-hmm.
My dope moment goes to South Carolina, and that's why I told the VP that game was a classic when they played Texas the other night, #2 against #4, and South Carolina, it looked a little rugged for a minute, but Raven Johnson from right here in the ATL and Westlake High School came through with some clutch baskets down the stretch, and the South Carolina women's Gamecocks beat Texas by 4 points, and they solidified this #2 spot right behind you know who, old Gino in Connecticut. So we can see that being the national championship battle. I don't see anybody being able to stop those two. So we hope to get ready for that one. That's going to be a good one. All right. Ho, what you noping on? What you didn't like?
I'm sure we're gonna get to it, but I'm noping on the fact that the Dodgers can just spend money however they want to sign Kyle Tucker to one of the richest contracts ever in the history of baseball for 4 years and $240 million. I'm sick. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick. I'm noping on that. I mean, they trying to put an all-star team together without even being in July.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm noping on that for sure.
Yeah. I was missing my brother who's a staunch Yankees fan. He said he can't say nothing about it. He said, because that's what he remember the Yankees used to do. And whoever they wanted, they went out and got them. They didn't waste no time. They didn't worry about money. They went out and got them. And he said they don't seem to be wanting to do that this year for some reason. So, but the Dodgers are spending. So the Dodgers say, hey, y'all don't want to spend, we'll spend it. And we'll go out and win us several championships. However it works for us. So hey, good job, Dodgers, I guess. My note moment goes to the NCAA. Every time I look up, I see Utah, OSU's Johnson grad at TRO can play immediately. So-and-so get granted another year. But for some reason, they don't want Trinidad Chalmers to stay. And he got to go all the way to the court and file suit trying to get him another year. I mean, what is it going to hurt? I don't know. He must, somebody must not like him or something. He got to go to court in Lafayette County in Mississippi trying to get him another year because he had an illness. But hey, that saga is yet to be continued. I hope he gets another year, but if he doesn't, then hey, somebody better get on the phone and call him and get ready to try to pick him in the draft because he's going to get picked early on, I believe. So good luck to Trinidad, whatever happens with him. Red, what's your note moment?
Man, I got a real note moment, but I can't say it now because I got to wait.
We get on in the call with me. Get on in the call with me then.
I know the Falcons better not do it. I know the Falcons better not do what I hear and they about to do because if they do.
I know you. Go ahead, Red.
Falcons, fans gonna be pretty disappointed by how I react, but hey, they doing this all to themselves. But nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get on Greg Roman for right now. Greg Roman is my note moment. Oh, y'all wanted me to get on that Falcon talk. Nah, wait, don't worry. You'll get what you want if they do what I think they about to do. But hopefully they won't, and I can relax because I really don't feel like getting worked up. But Greg Roman, you my note moment for right now. Oh man, how many teams you gonna get fired from, man? What is it about you? You come in, you get the offense on track. And for some reason, you just can't get past the wild card round. I mean, you couldn't get past the wild card round in Buffalo, they let you go. You couldn't get past the wild card round in Baltimore, they let you go. Then here last week with the Chargers, again, can't get past the wild card round. Man, you couldn't even put up points. They couldn't even barely put up points. Dude, Greg Roman, man, dude, I tell you. You get it started up, but boy, you just can't get over that wild card humping. Once again, back unemployed, looking for a job. So whatever team bring in Greg Roman next, I hope you know he'll get you back on track. But maybe 8 and 9, or maybe that wild card round by the far as you gonna go. Sorry, Greg Roman. Big nope for you, big dog.
Greg Roman gets the note moment, unfortunately for him. Well, hey, he got to do something, I guess. I don't know wherever he's going to end up. Whatever happens, we'll see.
Probably need to go back to college or something.
All right. My coat moment goes to these coaches who are getting interviews under the Rooney Rule. Now, I know what the Rooney Rule was created for interviews. But some of these people that are interviewing, it's a two-edged sword, I guess. Some people say, well, it's good to get interviews. That way people can see you and know that you're interested in a job. But if you're interviewing for somebody, you know you're not going to get the job, why waste time? And that's just my opinion. Why waste time going to interview? Like I saw, and I don't know if this is stepping on your point, Rex. I mean, not Rex, Red, but Antonio Pierce interview with the Falcons. I'm like, Antonio, let's be real. They're not going to hire you. I understand you trying to get a job, but they're not going to hire Antonio Pierce. And, somebody may say, no, it's good he doing that. Maybe it is, but it's not good to me. So I'm coping with the Rooney Rule. I know it has helped some people, but lately it seems to be hurting black coaches. So I'm coping with it, and that's that. Red, what are you coping with?
I am coping with one Jemele Hill. Lord have mercy.
Uh-oh.
Why won't this woman just go away? Jeez, every time she opened up her mouth, it just repulses me. I mean, first you dogging out, I don't know if you're dogging out, but you criticizing Miss Lynn Harris in Jacksonville, and that was surprising. I mean, I thought you for black folks, Jemele. How you gonna criticize one of your own? A fellow sister trying to do the same thing you do, get ahead in the media, and you gonna criticize her because she being positive? Girl, bump you. And then after that, you gonna come and criticize the Steelers for being racist? Are you kidding me? Talking about how they handled the Mike Tomlin situation was racist. The Steelers, Rooney Rule Steelers, keeping a black man in charge of their organization for almost 20 years. They're racist. Girl, like I say, I am so glad ESPN let this girl go. We don't have to listen to her crap on a national basis. And Lord have mercy, whoever giving this girl, somebody go find her and take her laptop away, take her media privileges away, so we don't have to keep listening to her. She wants to keep posting stuff that we find it online and in the national media. Because, girl, you are just out of touch. And I don't want to keep talking because I don't want to say nothing too crazy. I ain't trying to disrespect her like that, but her points and her sports takes are disrespectful to us, to sports fans. So, God, we got to keep coping with it. Jemele, take a break, go away, go to another country somewhere and just relax. Please stop with these asinine sports takes. Okay, I don't want to get too worked up, y'all. But I'm done.
All right. Hey, Joe, who you got?
My coat moment is gonna be a prayer for Michael Irvin.
Oh, Lord.
If they win, then we got to hear this for a whole year about Miami winning the championship, and they may have to send him to a facility to just get right. But if they lose, he'll be on suicide watch for sure.
I like how you use the word facility. That's a polite word way of saying where you need to go or where you may need to go.
If they win, they're gonna have to strap him. I'm talking about to one of them. I think we got one down here in Millersville that'll be good for him.
Yeah. Either way it go, they're gonna have to watch him all game and see what's going on.
Either way it go, yeah, they got Look, if they losing in the fourth quarter, beware, he might jump out on the field. So somebody please put security on Michael Irvin before he go crazy.
Or he might get the belt and start whipping himself. Who knows? Or maybe he may try to whoop a play if they mess up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Gotta watch him.
I just hope it knows don't start bleeding.
We no comment.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yes, suicide watch is on his way if they lose. So we're gonna pray for him.
I'm just mad they made this. Why we gotta keep putting up with this, with all this silliness from them. God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the thing. All right, the Rev Night Nation has come out with that dope and open coats. Let's see what they got. Let's scroll back. All right. The VP said, all kidding aside, if you take your feelings out of the equation, Christian Laettner was that dude. Straight up baller. No comment.
Well, Coach, I was hoping that you were gonna say that too.
I tried. Yeah, I get an A for effort, but an F for failure. So I tried.
All right. Well,
Laettner wasn't that bad a dude. He was all right. All right. Oh, the VP said he was in there in section 108, third row. Our seats on the visitors tunnel. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for you. I said, where's the VP? Somewhere in the building, I know, but couldn't find him. I'm glad y'all was able to get to that game. And he said he had the same dope, Red, Ms. Lynn Harris, a.k.a. Duval's auntie. She uplifted a young man who broke down some major walls and willing Jacks to an unlikely playoff berth. Great season build on it. Yeah, they going to get, and then they be getting Travis Hunter. So, hey, next year, they should be right back in the mix, in the thick of things. You just never know.
And they announced that he's going to continue to be a two-way player, too.
Yep. Dope moment. Zach Robinson interviewing everywhere but Atlanta. God, dog. Okay. The VP said there are a ton of storylines in this natty game. The Cuban-American quarterback, Mendoza, versus a Cuban-American coach in Mario Cristobal. I became a serious Mendoza fan when I found out he and his brother utilized their platforms to promote MS awareness. Their mother suffers from that ailment. Fun fact, she is a former Hurricane tennis player. Her son is playing against her alma mater. 100% of support will be with her son that can make some serious history on Monday evening. Yeah, he got a lot of eyes on him to see how he does. And hopefully, win or lose, he has a great game for him. Joe Black said, nope, moment. The Dodgers keep getting the number one player in free agency every year because of an unlimited wallet. Yeah, they open their wallets up now and make sure that they try to get whoever they need to continue to be successful. And hopefully, 1 year the Braves may follow suit, 1 year maybe, depending on they get another owner. Tyler Perry. If I win the lottery, I'll open up the wallet. If I win the lottery, I'll open it up. Come on in, high-priced free agents. All right. The VP said, H.O., the Dodgers understand the assignment. I just wish that the Braves would follow suit. George Steinbrenner's in the afterlife, tipping his cap to the Yankees of the West Coast. Yeah. Now, he used to open his checkbook up no matter what. So, all right. Joe Black said, Coach, the Falcons coaching search. They've been all over the place. Yeah. They couldn't get Harbaugh, and they've been interviewing everybody. Look like you can't, and it's all over. Who knows? No moment. The NCAA basketball point shaving scandal. Yeah, I forgot about that. Really, those mid-major schools, none of the big boys. Chauncey Billups and Anderson Hunt just entered the chat. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, Kennesaw State was involved in it as well.
They were. I saw Alabama State. I saw North Carolina A&T. I saw some of everybody.
Not my boy Simeon Carter from Simeon. Don't do that to me now.
19 schools, I believe, are involved in it, and I don't know what they're gonna do to the players or the team or what, but I know it's just getting started. Somebody said that it's just the tip of the iceberg. I said, wow. That would be a shame if
that means the NIL is trickling down.
Yep. Making things crazy. Joe Black said, Coach, I agree with you. I think the teams are making a mockery of the Rooney Rule. Yeah. And the VP said he coping with the Rooney Rule. I hear that interview with my cousin, Junebug Harrison, because he was the equipment manager of the Dolphins last year, knowing he had no chance to get hired. Black Ninja candidate check. Now let's go hire who we really wanted. Yeah, it's being abused, unfortunately, and I hate that, but that's what's going on. It seems like. The VP said double coat. Jamel Hill is out of bounds on that tape. She got the clickbait that she desired. The Steeler organization handled this departure with absolute grace. Yeah, I guess you need some you need people to like you. I don't know what you're trying to do. And the VP ain't through yet. He said triple coat. SAS, this dude is afraid that black folk don't like him anymore. He stepped up on his soapbox and had an unnecessary soliloquy, talking a bunch of nothing, even mispronounced his own fraternity. SAS has mastered the art of the click. I'm not mad at you, bro. It's all in the game, shaking my head. Well, everybody can't like everybody. Let's see. Winston Thorne, what's going on, fellas in chat? Smash that like button. What's going on, Winston Thorne of the eye test? Glad to have you, sir.
You got to go back and redo your fold 7 for Winston.
Uh-oh. All right. The VP said Joe Black, the Dodgers doing what they do is a prime example of don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm dying laughing that folks are hating on the Dodgers for keeping themselves in the mix. The great value Braves would never.
Right. We need to own. I ain't mad at Dodgers. I'm mad that my Braves not following suit. If I can get an owner so we can start spending money too. I ain't mad at Dodgers for spending. I'm mad that my team won't follow their lead.
Yep. Red King Atlanta supporter said, who should be our head coach? The Braves. I'm not Braves, the Falcons.
Not the guy they talking to today.
Yeah, that list is getting longer and longer.
They interviewed the 9 people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All these folks they interviewing, man, that should have been a topic. I'm sick of all these interviews, man. Do you actually want some of these people? Just wait, like Coach said with the Rooney Rule. Just wasting time bringing all these folks in. If you're not, like Coach said, Antonio Pierce. You know, good well, you ain't finna hire no Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, wow, Antonio Pierce. And then they had the nerve to put it on TV, talking about he was being interviewed. Who cares? He's not coming here.
If you've done all the requirements for the Rooney Rule and all that, dude, just go ahead and focus on your main guy now.
Yeah, because it's gonna be time for the draft soon, and you need somebody in place. Dope from Winston Thorne, Braun getting a 23rd season commemorative patch on his uniform for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think this is for him. 23. I think he's about to shut it down. Doing all these patches and everything, it's about to be over.
That's a dope moment. What you feeling him? Y'all LeBron fans make me laugh, dude. That's a dope moment.
The VP said the Rooney Rule isn't being abused, is being made a mockery of. Well, yeah, they mocking it. It's getting mocked all over the place. No moment from Winston Thorne. Stephen A. showing his hand on trying to prove his blackness and relevance to people. Now, let me say this about that. I'm a Stephen A. fan because one thing I like that he does, if he don't do anything else, I don't see anybody else, all these other black journalists and sports people, going to the NABJ and trying to help young people get a foothold in this business in journalism. He is there every year trying to show them ways how to get there. I know that's not a big thing to a lot of people, but at least he's doing something. He may be say some crazy stuff. And then also all these people with these podcasts and forums and everything, he's the only one that got enough clout to get to go to these HBCUs and do a live show. I don't see Marcellus Wiley or all these other guys jumping up and say, I'm going to do my show from Bethune-Cookman or Jackson State or somewhere. I give him props for that. Like I said, a lot of stuff he said, he go crazy because he just that crazy, but he does do something. He don't just not do anything. I said, but some of these other folk, and somebody actually compared him to Whitlock. I said, no, I don't think nobody could be as bad as Whitlock. I'm sorry, Fatlock. That's what I call him, Fatlock.
Well, Coach, I think the bad outweigh the good is what he do or don't do, and what he say and it's the killing of the community that kind of equals out what he actually does in the community. So I think that's the whole point. You know, he never talked about Dana White when he had his thing, but as soon as our community had a little situation going on, that's the first thing he wanted to talk about. And he needed to stay out of the politics for sure.
Yeah, somebody put the butane gas tank to him and told him he could be a politician. You know, when somebody tell you something like that, you know, you try it. Like they say, you eyed it, tried it, and bought it, and it didn't work out. So stay with sports. Stay with sports.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at all the butt kissers on ESPN that just come on there and just kissing butt now. I'm like, dude, you don't need this guy to further your career. If you're a good analyst or know your sports, you don't have to come on there kissing his butt for what? You probably half of these folks probably know more about it, especially the football folks. They know way more about football than Stephen A. could even ask to know. And then they go on there kissing his butt. Man, please, if I'm on there talking football, dude, shut up and let me talk. That's why I'm really upset Shannon Sharpe got booted out the show, because eventually he would have told him what he needed to tell him, but because that's a guy, he gonna speak the truth, but he got his own situations. And nobody else on the show ain't bold enough to come on there and tell Stephen A. what he needs to say. So, like I say, yeah, he's just gonna keep doing what he do, but like I say, I don't have to pay attention to it. I know the truth about him. I know the truth about First Take, and that's my opinion on it. Ryan Clark kissing his butt this week. Man, say one thing about the Cowboys and Major League Baseball. Here come Ryan Clark. Dude, man, I see why ESPN made you number one. You the greatest, Stephen A. for that. I'm like, dude, he didn't say anything that great. He just made one little comment, and here go Ryan Clark, doggone, dropping on his knees for the guy. I'm like, dude, Ryan, come on, man. Be your own man. You played football yourself. You won a ring. You act like you got to kiss his butt to stay alive or something in the sports media world. I'm just sick of it. All these former athletes come on there just kowtowing and kissing his butt like he's the NFL guru or something. Y'all guys know more football than him. Now we talking NBA. Yeah, I know he knows his NBA. That's the how he got on there in the first place. I'm not talking about his NBA talk. I'm strictly talking about his football talk and all other loud talking that hard speaking of in situations, subjects he don't know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he tried. I noticed he makes sure to try to cover that up by saying, if you listen to him, he'll say, I defer to Ryan Clark and Swagoo because y'all played the game and y'all know more than I do. He'll put that disclaimer in just to throw people off and get y'all off.
If you're going to say that, then be quiet and let them talk. You can't say that and then start running your mouth more than them.
All right, Winston said, I'm not knocking him for giving back and mentoring, but what's known doesn't need to be said. He be going over the top a little too much. You got to understand, when that's his personality. He made his money by being that loud, boisterous guy. So that's what he got to support. He can't be quiet. He ain't gonna ever do that. So, all right. Then you got King Alonzo Porter said Matt Ryan really wants the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator. Okay.
Then why don't he get him then? What does he keep talking to Stefanski for then? If you really want him, then wait for him.
Yeah. And King Alonzo Porter also said Red Kevin get another interview with the Falcons. Is that who you talking about? He talking about Kevin Stefanski.
Who you think I'm talking about, King? Yes, that's who I'm talking about.
And he said Seattle Seahawks are in the playoffs. Okay.
Well, then you wait. If that's your guy, you wait.
Okay. I don't know who that fella is that just crept up in the top right corner. He snuck him. He said his name in the sports ref. I think you all know him. He's big time pastor / aqua teacher / everything. Rev, your
What's going
comment?
on? I was listening backstage to your comments about Stephen A. And I think Horace kind of nailed where I was going to go with that discussion real quickly. For all the good that you talked about, Coach, he's doing a lot of negative stuff, which is washing out the good, especially in this season. And especially as Red was talking about how he needs to defer to the football people on air, he needs to defer to people who know politics too, because
Exactly.
he's going too far with this straight shooter podcast. He sounds like a black MAGA person, and that's what's becoming dangerous for me. And I'm starting not to pay too much attention to him on the sports side because I don't know what his political agenda is in the politics side. So, I'm not going to keep on going on because there are a lot more sports talk that needs to go on this particular show. But I just wanted to chime in just a little bit on the Stephen A stuff. But for me, Horace hit it on the nail.
Joe Black said, "Welcome, Rev. Hopefully, you're healing the Eagle Nation."
I'm in Florida right now, so I'm going to let the snow try to heal him right now until I get back till tomorrow. But
Nah, let him
I'm
keep trying.
Winston said, "Y'all been hacked. Somebody just snuck on the panel." And King and Lounge Supporter said, "I just asked because I want to know someone else. I don't know nothing about Kevin. Kevin Stefanski is not the coach for Atlanta. I'd put it that way."
Well, yeah, that's what Coach said. I agree with that. He is not the coach for Atlanta. So I hope Matt Ryan don't make his first colossal mistake. But
well, that's going to be hard to sell to a very huge black fan base, especially the way he handled Shador. That's going to be hard just from that standpoint alone. But if you talk about coaching, it's kind of hard to talk bad about a guy who's a 2-time coach of the year, though.
Yeah,
It's not like he can't coach now. Let's be clear about that. The culture is not feeling him right now because of how he handled the whole quarterback situation, and that doesn't look good. Like he was trying to sabotage a black quarterback. But pound for pound as a coach, not too many coaches have won Coach of the Year once, and he won it twice.
Yeah, I think it's the fit is what everybody is.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You got an urban town,
Yep.
an urban community that surely and far exceeds supports this town. And with one of the and how he treated one of the legends of this town's son, it's not gonna go well.
For sure.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Just to fit in itself.
Matt Ryan knows that. I hope you're listening, Matt, or you may do something real stupid.
Now I can't knock his coaching, but I can out. But
No, you're right about the coaching.
Yeah, I can't knock his coaching, but we need leader of men. We need a culture change, and the fit is not fitting if you go down that route.
Yep, I agree. Totally.
Rev, the VP said the deacon board meeting ended early when Rev Doctor declared that Jesus' sandals had no straps.
That's a good one.
How you going to mention the straps? Let's see. King Atlanta supporter say, "Yeah, I don't know nothing about Kevin Red. We need help in Atlanta. Not no yes men."
Like we say, Kevin a good coach, but like we all just said, we don't believe he fits in Atlanta because of the Shador situation. It's because of some cultural differences. We just don't think, personally, and Rev and Horace agreed, we just don't think Kevin is a good fit in Atlanta. I have no problem with his coaching. I think he'd be a decent offensive coordinator for another team. He might even be a good coach for a team like Tennessee Titans or some lower tier market. But Atlanta is a big market, and we need a a name that we can all respect, not a name that's gonna half of the fan base gonna be booing and poo-pooing as soon as you walk in the door. That's not what you want. That ain't what Matt Ryan wants.
Well, should we
You
start singing?
You better off keeping Raheem another year.
Well,
right. Right. I bet I'll keep it right here for one more year before going after Stefanski.
I tell you what, should we start singing a song? They say this is a big rich town.
Oh.
Yeah. I had that. I started to have that as my dope moment today, but I chose to go a different route. Boy, Tariq showed up and showed out.
Hey, sport. Entertainment. Trust me, I can talk entertainment all show long, but Rev said no, Rev. We're gonna keep the sports related. Not giving them the power recaps or anything. But I still gotta watch 2 episodes.
It was the accuracy of the accuracy of it.
Okay,
I did finish Ghost Y'all last night. I had to finish that because of what's going on in Force. So now I got a few more episodes to catch up in Force. I'm almost there. I did finish Ghost though.
Joe Black said he's agreeable to keeping Ulbrich, which is important to blank.
Who? Oh,
Lord, Joe Black said no one had Mike McCarthy's number.
You know what? I'll take him before Stefanski. I sure would. Man, that's who you need to bring. You're gonna bring in Stefanski, you might as well bring in Fat Mike.
Fat Mike. All right. Kevin can't come to Atlanta. Winston said, can he coach? Yes. When you're trying to change the culture like they said Matt was hired for after the whole Shadua debacle, he can't come here. Let me ask y'all this question. Is this the culture climate? Is this the similar situation to them getting Trae Young instead of Luka?
Yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
I agree. It was hard. It was at where the Hawks were when they drafted Luka and then traded him to trade. They needed a face. And because of the urban background, that urban fan base rather, it's hard, it's going to be hard to sell a foreigner. If we had an already established star on the team that could have gotten the shine while Luka was playing, they could have kept him. But if you're trying to like we know part of the Atlanta scene is the nightlife, right? So sometimes the entertainment industry and the sports intertwine. And a lot of times these guys go to different clubs or whatever. They advertise them. You can't advertise Luka at some club in Atlanta. That just wasn't going to work.
Yeah, blame the Migos for that.
Yeah.
Blame the Migos for drafting Trae Young. But I tell you, if Danny Ferry was still a general manager, it would have never went down.
Yeah, I agree.
Rev, I understand your point, but let's keep it a buck now. I don't think in the club gonna be too hard for Jalen Johnson coming through the front door. Hey, it's Jalen Johnson in the club, y'all.
No. Well, he became the lead guy by default, and they're not trying to keep him up there either because they're looking for the next big thing. So that they had to get rid of Trae to ultimately bring somebody else in. We don't know who that person's gonna be.
Like you say, Jalen is sick. To me, Jalen is a co-star. If it's a movie, his name will be second. He's not Mel Gibson. He's Danny Glover.
For sure. He's Robin all day long.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Night Nation, for all your dope note, quotes, and comments. We appreciate you all joining the show. Rev, anytime you want to take over, it's all yours, brother.
No, I don't have. You go ahead on, man, because I got to leave after a while. You go ahead on. DJ the whole show.
Because guess what? Coach, keep Roscoe running. Don't feed him.
Never know. Don't say nothing. Because Roscoe go get him some bread, and then he be want to come back. He won't want to come back. Watch him.
Coach, if you could do me a solid, man. Y'all say that college preview stuff later. Let's talk about NFL real quick while I got some time. About the coaching changes and stuff like that. Mike Tomlin and all that stuff. I want to get in on that.
Mike Tomlin, the big news of the week. They said Harbaugh was a big fish in the sea, but then Jaws came out and Mike Tomlin became Jaws and swallowed him up. Or he was, I know Red know who this is. He was the Meg Red, and he just went to swallow everybody up. Mike Tomlin.
Coach, you had it good the first time. That first one was a good analogy. I was surprised you came with it like that.
Shockwaves throughout the NFL. Rev, while you are here, let's let you talk about Mike Tomlin's resignation, the implications. And I got something to say about it that y'all may not know, but guess what? I talked to Mike Tomlin. We're going to get to that later. Go ahead, Rev.
Well, I called it on my social media page the previous day that when the Steelers lost, I said he should resign. I mean, it was clear. I think Mike Tomlin was entering uncharted territory during his tenure at Pittsburgh, never being publicly booed and the calling for his job. And it would have been hard for the Steelers to sell Mike Tomlin coming back. At this juncture, they're not concerned about him just making it to the playoffs. They want him to win. Unfortunately, Mike Tomlin has been a victim of his own success. He has taken sometimes teams that were probably supposed to be cellar dwellers, and they are competing for divisional championships. We can look at even this season. We know Coach is a staunch Steelers fan. And during the preseason going into the regular season, Coach wasn't beating his chest. He didn't know what to expect of this particular Steelers team. And Steelers Nation didn't know what to expect of this Steelers team. And then when they jumped out to the start that they did, all of a sudden the expectation level just started getting real high. You know, people just thought that Aaron Rodgers was going to come in and they were just going to go by the win, and then, you know, the next season will be on. So Mike Tomlin had done a phenomenal job. You know, for some folk, never having a losing season, that's very remarkable. Nobody else has really done that. And to do that for 19 seasons, that's wonderful. But now in this social media age where everybody has a voice, everybody has a platform, that's not going to go anymore, just having winning seasons, because people are going to talk about it. And I'm going to say this. I think some of the media was happy to put his name in the mud, because it was just interesting how even in the broadcast they would say, Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season, but he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years. But they didn't add the caveat that he's basically had trash at quarterback. That's been his biggest Achilles heel, and his team has never been terrible enough to draft. Now, can some people say that he missed out on Lamar Jackson? Yeah, Lamar did fall, Shador did fall, so forth, so on. But nobody really ridiculed for them overlooking those particular quarterbacks because they were a crapshoot. Nobody said that they are a proven commodity. Nobody knew that. So, you know, they failed on the Kenny Pickett situation. They tried to do something with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. That didn't work out. So I think the biggest thing, and I'm going to close, was they let Big Ben hijack the franchise.
Yeah.
They let Big Ben hijack the franchise when he was starting to go toward the twilight of his career. That's when they should have drafted his replacement. Take a page out of Green Bay, who did that with Brett Favre, who did that with Aaron Rodgers. And because they were afraid to make Big Ben mad, even though he was no longer a championship caliber quarterback, that's what messed the Steelers up going forward.
I agree. And then you look at just the fact that, like you said, with Big Ben staying longer, you missed out on quarterbacks. You missed out on Lamar Jackson, maybe even a Pat Mahomes if you could have snuck him in there. You missed out on several quarterbacks that could have helped your franchise, and they could have done the grooming thing. Sit behind somebody for a year, wait, and then come in and say, "Hey, all right, I'm ready." But I'm gonna say my thoughts. I got some thoughts. Red, what do you? How do you feel about this situation with Mike Thomas?
Well, Red said a lot and said it eloquently. I agree with most of everything he said, but I'll throw a few shots up here. Hey man, don't we all wish we could be Green Bay? Always have that quarterback waiting for when the next guy retires, have a guy just ready to come on up. Yeah, we wish every team should do what the Packers do. And like Real said, with all of the greatness that Tomlin did in his 19 years, and greatness he was, I mean, to be a black man coaching in the NFL. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Okay, am I back? Am I here? Okay, okay.
Yep.
Excuse me for a minute. To be a black man coaching in the NFL and to have that level of success that he did when many people didn't even want brothers coaching in the NFL for the longest time. They want him playing quarterback in the NFL for the longest time, but definitely did not want him coaching. It goes back to why we have the Rooney Rule.
Exactly.
Why his team has the Rooney Rule, the team that he's a coach of, why they came up with the Rooney Rule. And I think he benefited from that because I think I remember when Pittsburgh was looking for coaches after Kyle resigned. I don't think anyone had Tomlin on the radar. I don't even think none of us knew who Mike Tomlin was at the time. I mean, besides the fact that he coached under Tony Dungy and he was the Vikings defensive coordinator, not many of us knew anything about Mike Tomlin. So him coming in and getting a job was a big question mark. And 19 years later, we see the Pittsburgh definitely made the right move. But like Rev said, I mean, you can only be in the same place so long, especially in this day and time when you're not winning. You're having a lot of disappointing seasons. You have fans with platforms, the social media era, and you got fans calling for his job. It's just he just went through a whole series of errors and unfortunate situations in these last few years in Pittsburgh. But you got to give him respect. Through it all, he never had the losing season. The coaches would have. He still maintained the winning season, and you got to give him his props. But we all know Pittsburgh is about championships. In that time, it's the team that has the most Super Bowls. So you know it's about tie for the most Super Bowl. But you know it's about championships in Pittsburgh. Chuck Noll, Bill Kyle, Mike Tomlin, they all set a standard for winning in that town. And when you go 10 plus seasons without even a playoff win, man, dude, you approaching Marvin Lewis territory now, and that's not what we want for Mike Tomlin. So, like Rev said, it's unfortunate that the quarterback situation they never got it corrected after Big Ben. Like you say, Big Ben, his insecurities didn't allow for them to have his successor on the team while he was still there. And like you say, they just never found the quarterback once Big Ben retired. Rev mentioned all the names they went through, and none of them never seemed to pan out and work. And this the NFL, baby. Like all of us know, you got to have a quarterback to win big in this league. And no matter how good a coaching job Mike Tomlin done, and it just goes to prove as great a coach as Mike Tomlin is, with all the success he's had in Pittsburgh, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not going to win. And that, in the end, is what did Mike Tomlin in. But like I say, we all respect the guy for what he did. We all respect him for just what he did for black coaches in general. He's definitely, to me, a Hall of Fame coach. I don't care if he didn't win a playoff game in 2 years. I don't care if he only got one ring. Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach for the standards and for what he stood for as far as black coaches in the league, the excellence he stood for, going every year without a losing season. That man is Hall of Fame worthy. But like Rev said, eventually it comes time when we have to move on, and a change of scenery is probably for the best. And I admire the Steelers, and I admire Coach Tomlin for ending their relationship and partnership with grace and respect. Nothing, no bad words coming from the Steelers, no bad words coming from Tomlin's side. It's like we decided to move on. Thank you, Steelers Nation, for everything you've done for me. And as far as from the Steelers side, thank you, Coach Tomlin, for everything you've done for us. And all you can do is say, good job and respect to your future.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
I agree with what everybody say, but I'm gonna add my piece. I think this is a prime example of when loyalty and reality collide. The loyalty of the Steelers organization versus the reality of you let Ben stay too long. You let Le'Veon Bell. You didn't want to pay him, but you kind of were in and out on that situation. And at the end of the day, you didn't want your loyalty kept Tomlin there for a long time, and for an organization who had 4 Super Bowls, just having winning records is not. I'm sorry. For an organization that has that many Super Bowl rings, having winning season is not going to continue to be suffice for the organization. So you have to decide, or you want to be loyal, or you want to have the reality of we're not going to continue to win Super Bowls if we don't change our philosophy as far as loyalty. As far as keeping players too long and trying to be loyal to them is going to handicap your franchise, and I think that's what they end up doing. Mike Tomlin is not a X and O guy. He's just a leader of men. He has a great leadership. Me and Coach talked about it, and he basically dragged this team to a division this year, and it just wasn't enough in the playoffs. So, big ups to Mike Tomlin. He has an impeccable resume for sure. And this goes to show you that I don't care how long you've been married, you can separate without having to be a mess. 20 years of this marriage, and you just go your separate ways, and nobody had nothing bad to say other than, okay, good deal. We hope for the best. I hope for the best for you, and there you go. Now, going back into the market, if Harbaugh got $20 million, Tomlin may get 22. That's how good his resume is.
Falcons wait a couple of years.
Yeah,
well, they can have a conditional contract set up. Hell, his daughter right down there at UGA, they can have a conditional contract set up. And just let the community coach the team until he's ready.
Yeah. Horace, coach, y'all going down there and coach the Falcons until Mike Tomlin get ready.
Even in Tomlin leaving, the main thing I notice about it is the negative people still want to talk about him. Okay, you wanted him gone. He's gone now. But yet every day is a negative story trying to come up. Now they've come up with something saying he had a white mistress. You ain't heard anything about that all this time, but now all of a sudden he's gone, and a story of a white mistress has popped up with a kid out of nowhere. They're talking about I understand what people are saying about he didn't win a playoff game for 8-9 years. That was negative, but like Rev said, like y'all said, Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. People act like he had Big Ben his whole career, which he did not, and he did more. And I ain't gonna say a whole lot because I've already spoke all my piece. And somebody told me online saying, well, he's not gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I said, okay, so next year after that, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. But is he still gonna be a Hall of Famer? Can you deny that he's gonna be a Hall of Famer? Well, I don't know. I said, okay, you're just trying to keep him out, but you can't keep him out because the man is that good. And for him to stand there on Monday in front of the owners and in front of the team, and for there to be actual tears coming out of his players and people who are all caught off guard by him saying he's retired. They didn't know it was coming. people are saying, well, he was forced out. No, he wasn't. He came in there 5:30 in the morning, just like Brooke Pryor said, like he always does, got his stuff together, called his meeting, and said, that's it. You're done. And like Rev said, it was time. And now look at him. Who saw the picture last night of him sitting at his daughter's gymnastics event, smiling and enjoying life and saying, hey, this is my second life. And pretty soon, there's going to be a bidding war for his services on TV to analyze games. CBS, ESPN, who need to get rid of Rex Ryan. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm stay off that. I didn't mean to say that. CBS, ABC, somebody going to make a call to him and say, hey, come on here, Mike, and help us with your analysis. And then he's going to get on there with his colorful statements like there's a fine line between making wine and smashing grapes. How do you argue with something like that? Or I can tell you what's in a hot dog, but I can't force you to eat stuff like that. Oh, I mean, who can argue with his words? I mean, he knows he's an intelligent man, and he left a legacy in Pittsburgh. And now, I think this is a Nick Saban, Kellen DeBoer situation. I would not want to be Kellen DeBoer in this situation. I don't want to be the one that follows him because somebody follows him and they have a losing record. That's something that they not.
They're gonna have a losing record. That roster this year was terrible. I mean, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I was commenting to somebody, if they looked at their counterpart in the state, the Eagles, not one of their skills player would start for the Eagles.
Nope.
DK Metcalf could not be the A or the X or the Y receiver for the Eagles. Exactly. Hey. Warren would have played behind Tank Bigsby, the backup for the Eagles. You know, so those things weren't really being talked about as well. Because the Steelers, you know, they chose to do what they did. They put all their money on the defensive side of the ball, and they didn't have the lights out defense that they were experiencing or expecting rather. But the offense was, I mean, they didn't have anybody, and you know, Gainwell did well, but that roster's bad, and that whoever follows Mike Tomlin is going to have a losing record probably coming in, because I don't think you could turn that roster over that quickly.
What DK did his best to try to take the pressure off of him.
Yeah,
he did. So Rev, instead of you saying he had all his eggs in one basket, seemed like he had all his legs in one casket.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Tomlin just showed another great year of what he is as a coach. You know, Jose, he's not an X and O's guys. He's a leader of men. Wherever he lies as a coach and whatever his strengths are, just show. The bottom line is those players could have died on him or quit on him, but they still stayed motivated and they still gave him his everything. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what the next chapter is going to be for him. As I stated, really the best job for him is Baltimore. But I think out of his loyalty to the Rooney's family and, you know, his long-term legacy with the Steelers, he wouldn't make that kind of move because that's why the Packers struggled with Brett Favre when he went to the Vikings. And that was a divisional rival. And Mike Tomlin, he doesn't really like bringing about a lot of drama. And I would imagine he'll probably sit out this coaching cycle because the only job for me, from my perspective, for him to take is the Baltimore job where they already have a quarterback. Everywhere else, they're guessing at quarterback, and he just experienced life, what life is like without a quarterback. So yeah. I think he'll sit this cycle out, see what job opens up next year, with a quarterback or a team that's in prime position to draft a franchise quarterback.
All right, let's go.
Makes sense.
We'll come back. Let's go to the nation because they got a lot of comments. King Atlanta Porter said Mike to the Falcons.
No quarterback. Solid quarterback.
Not gonna happen. Unfortunately, Joe Black said the urgency they scheduled Stefanski to get in before Tennessee leads me to believe he's talking about Stefanski near the top of their list. And Joe Black said Tomlin looked so relaxed yesterday at UGA. Yeah. He's sitting there watching his daughter and enjoying the whatever what she was doing. And Winston said, exactly, Rev. Blank even said that they listened to the fans and their comments, which helped usher Rod the door. Same for Tomlin. Social media gives everyone a platform and voice now. Unfortunate as it is, but it does do that. Let's see.
I know which voices they ignore though.
VP said the media couldn't wait to jump on the Tomlin bash train. The Steelers force-fed us Mason Rudolph and the Kenny Pickett's of the world. You said it, Rev. Big Ben placation cost Tomlin in the long run. Caleb 378383. Good morning. It's the Council of Idiots. I don't know who the council is.
He probably talking about Steelers fan.
DP said, let y'all know when the Steelers should have done something about Big Ben. Bro hadn't won a postseason game since 2016. He was over in 17, 20, and 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I got to come back to Big Ben because it's okay. VP said the Steelers fan base was like their brothers to the Eastern Philly. We wouldn't be having this combo right now. Either one or two things would be occurring right now. Either the Steelers would have a younger quality quarterback and they are making another great playoff run, or Tomlin would have been let go a while back, not accepting mediocrity. I loathe Philly fans, but in the same breath, I applaud them for keeping us sports franchise accountable for their hard-earned money they spend.
Before you read his next comment, they are giving Jalen Hurts the blues in this year.
Yes, they said, I saw that.
They are giving you would have never known he won a Super Bowl last year. They're talking about trading him. Some folk talking about cutting him. The overarching thought is he has to prove next year if they extend him. That's where Eagles fans are, and the VP is right on point, because once Big Ben started declining, they would have been putting pressure on management to draft the next quarterback. They would not have let Big Ben hijack the franchise. And it goes back to what Horace said. This is when loyalty clashed with reality.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with the Steelers.
Yep, that's it. The VP says Shedeur Sanders should be a Steeler right now, waiting and ready to compete for QB1 status in the 2026 season. The Steelers allowed old man Skeet Riders to hijack the Steelers draft. In my heart, I feel this Super Bowl winning quarterback didn't want to shed a spotlight with a young, popular rookie. That will always amaze me, and that was the reason SS wasn't selected by the Steelers. No, the reason he wasn't selected because of the boycott. And that's what I call it, a boycott.
What boycott you referring to?
Joe Black said boycott of Shedeur Sanders.
Oh.
How they just blackballed him and said, no, don't draft him.
So coach, you saying the Steelers were part of the boycott?
That's where I think they overstepped Tomlin. I think Tomlin probably wanted to get him, but they overstepped him. I don't know. Who knows? But it's okay. Then Joe Black said the next coach is going to have it, bro. The VP said DK would be the WHY receiver for Philly instead of the Y.
I agree, man. That dude killed my fantasy team this year.
VP said Tomlin would be great in ATL of Miami. they're a great head coach away from going to the next level. Not Miami. They ain't got a quarterback. Because
and the Falcons don't right now. They're not set.
That's true. VP said, Winston, they listen to the people way too late. Better late than never, right? And VP said, Coach, I'm referring to the eventual selection of Sanders. Browns must receive a phone call from someone bigly important. I think the owner is the one that decided to get him. He shook off everything else and said, no, y'all get this kid. And who knows where he's going to be at the end after this. Let's see here. Sean Hagwood, good morning. I'm going to be about to preach a memorial service, but want to get my 2 cents in. Tomlin to be the next Falcons head coach. Yeah,
what's up, Hag?
We got to get him.
What's up, Hagwood, all the way in Charlotte, North Carolina? My Morehouse brother and pastoral colleague. What's up, Sean?
Yeah. What's up,
Got to get him a quarterback.
You wrong on Tomlin. Falcons don't have a quarterback, so no, Tomlin not coming here until we get our quarterback situation taken care of. Stop bringing all these folks to the Falcons so they can suffer. God.
Okay.
You already happy with Bijan suffering and London suffering. Now you want Coach Tomlin suffering? Jeez.
Red, I love it, Red, how you continue to elevate Bijan on the scale. I love it.
Well, I can't deny it no more, man. Best running back in the
NFL. Yeah. I love it.
Let's see. Coach, what do you think about James Harrison saying Tomlin shouldn't be a Hall of Famer because he doesn't have a coaching tree? And we can't say Bruce Arians because he technically came up on the Dungy. James Harrison is saying that because I think some stuff happened between him and Tom when James Harrison was not allowed to come back, and something happened around that time, and that's still a bitter pill with Harrison. The way that was handled, whether it was Tomlin or whoever, and all that kind of still got messed up. But Harrison got his opinion. But James Harrison can say what he wants, but he's not going to be able to stop him getting in the Hall of Fame. The VP say, let's say Tomlin hears the ATL. They will make a play for a quarterback, salary dump or something. We'll see. All right. That's the end of James Tomlin.
Before you get out of there, Coach, Rare, they got just got a text. Does Coach and Red need to be looking for other podcasts if you interview Tomlin for the job?
Say that again.
If you interview Tomlin for a podcast job, do Red and Coach need to be looking for another podcast?
I get it. Basically, they said if I interview Tomlin, Red and Coach would no longer be on the show.
Oh,
who said that? Who said that?
I just got it. Cuz just text me and said, "Is Coach and Red worried about their job if Sport is Red interview Tomlin?" Because Coach, you said he's gonna get a lot of interviews.
They're just being funny, man.
Big Z, I thought we were boys. Oh man, you hurt me, Big Z. You hit me right here in my red beans and rice pocket, baby. Come on now, Big Z.
They're on the show more than I am, so I might be the one in trouble.
That's why I don't understand that coming. Do you watch the show every Saturday, guy? Rare been more of a guest star than me and Coach have. Now so we gonna get kicked off the show? Well, please, come on now.
Big Z, I see you wins. I got something for you for that, Big Z. That hurt my soul right there. Let's see. VP said right now ninjas are taking the opportunity to take shots at Tomlin. Harrison is a loony bird for that take. I wouldn't tell Harrison to his face. I can say it on him.
Oh, don't worry. Vincent would. You wouldn't say it to his face. I know you wouldn't, VP.
Real?
All right, Coach, let me, because I got to go in a few minutes. So let me talk to these Falcons guys real quick.
Go ahead,
because I just looked down and you don't really have any Falcon talk right now. So Red and particularly Harris, where do the Falcons go now to find their coach? Hey, coach, take that comment down, please.
Okay.
Where do the Falcons go now? They got Matt Ryan. So now the next step is either hiring a general manager, or what some teams are doing, they're hiring the coach who's going to influence who the general manager is, like they did in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, who basically brought in what's his name?
John Lynch.
John Lynch. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, the rumor has it now that Josh Williams from San Francisco will be the general manager, and he wants to bring in Robert Saleh, who was the former head coach of the Jets, which would lean to say that he would keep Ulbrich as the DC because he was the DC in New York.
New York, yeah.
Who is OC? That's the important part. I'm so sick of folks putting all this Ulbrich talk, man. Like he the most important thing that the Falcons have had. If Ulbrich stay, fine. If he go, I'm still fine with that. I don't care if they keep Ulbrich. I want to know who is the OC if Robert Saleh comes.
If Robert Saleh comes, he gonna have to bring in an OC that you have to bring in a veteran OC, which I would want. I would either.
You don't even know who. Like I say, Robert don't even know who. That's what I'm saying. Robert should be saying Mike McDaniel coming with me if I come, because you just think you're gonna get the job and we don't know who your OC is. Dude, we right back at square one again.
Well, I tell you this then, if you go the San Francisco route and bring in Robert Saleh, then you have to bring in Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator, and you also have to bring in not Clint, but Clay Kubiak, Clint's younger brother, who's in San Francisco right now, just in case Mike McDaniel gets another job. So you'll have a backup there. So he let him be the quarterback coach or assistant offensive coordinator if you're going to go that route. Because I like Saleh as a leader of men, but you got to have an experienced play caller if you're going to go that route.
So it looks like for Red, it's Clint Kubiak or nobody. Is that where you are?
I mean, right now from the names I'm hearing, I wouldn't even be amazed if they call up Mike McCarthy. They can call up Mike McCarthy, Clint. If you bring in Robert Saleh with McDaniel, that's fine. I'm just all this uncertainty, all this, and Stefanski, who I keep hearing, I'm not down with that. So that's what they're gonna do. I just start looking for me a backup team because I am not gonna be cheering for the Falcons. I'm not cheering for the Falcons. I am not cheering for the Falcons if Kevin Stefanski is the coach. I promise you that. If this man is hired as the coach, where my trash can at? You see this trash bag right here? That's where it's gonna be. That's where it's gonna be as long as Kevin Stefanski is on that sideline. So you go ahead, Falcons. Go ahead and do this dumb stuff. And I promise you think Rev was an emotionless fan, I'm gonna give a new meaning to the word emotionless fan. Yeah. So that's why I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna sit back and wait. And hopefully these just rumors I'm hearing, or maybe you just want to talk to Stefanski to make sure he ain't the guy. But if they do this, we're gonna have a red Randy. I promise you. We're gonna have a red Randy. Might be red Randy until this guy is off. So you know, Rev, how I rant when I want to coach out the team. I'm gonna be Randy from the start of this hire and to the end of this hire. Every week, I'm gonna find something to rant on. I don't care if we win it, what not, because the only thing that he can do to keep me from getting on his butt is win the Super Bowl. And he ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be ranting on his butt. I'm gonna be hating on him every week. Like I say, I am gonna be the Falcons' worst enemy if they do this right here. I promise you. You're gonna have Falcon fans delete me off the page. You're gonna have me losing all kind of friendships. I promise you. If Kevin Stefanski is bought to the Falcons, a lot of y'all Falcon fans, this may be the end of our relationship because I am going to set fire to this team. I am going to roast it. It's going to be like Bruce Willis at the end of Die Hard 2. Yippee-ki-yay! You know what?
Oh man, that's funny.
It's gonna come down to do you want to go with a first time head coach again? Because Kubiak will be a first time head coach and a first time play caller, so you don't went that route.
Right.
No,
Or do
he
you
play
want-
caller now, right?
Well, yeah, he's a first time head coach, but yeah, he is
could be
he's not
first-time
he won't be a
head coach.
first time play caller, but
Sure.
he's an inexperienced play caller. I would say that. I mean, just 1 year of play calling has done great, but has the
2
consistency
years.
been?
He was with the Saints last year. He with Seattle this year. He got
Yeah, but-
offensive blood in his background. He just
I
like
mean,
to me,
I
just
get
like
it,
Shanahan.
but that's what I'm saying. You go take a chance on the hit, or you gonna take a chance on somebody who has experience in doing it for a long time, or consistently doing it. So that's
Oh, okay.
where I
So
am.
you on the Stefanski bandwagon. So
No,
I guess
I'm not.
you'll
No,
be
no, I'm
you'll
not.
be
I'm
upset
not
with
on
me
that.
too, because I am roasting this hire. I am gonna be the Falcons' worst nightmare if he hires Kevin Stefanski, and
Yeah.
nothing y'all say will be able to sell him to me. Nothing.
Let me
So don't
let
even
me
try
let
to
me
sell
ask
to me.
Ho. Let me ask Ho this. Ho.
Yeah.
Now last week we talked about it on the show. You know, Red knows I want Mike McCarthy. He doesn't really want Mike McCarthy.
Well, I'll take him now over Stefanski.
So from my perspective, Mike McCarthy is the best hire. Number one, he's an offensive mind. Number two, he's groomed 2 quarterbacks that most likely will be in the Hall of Fame. Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott. He did it in Dallas, even though he didn't have much playoff success. They still did win games, won division, so forth and so on. Because of the Falcons haven't had so much turnover. That's what makes me pause when you start talking about any first-time coach, because it hasn't worked. So for me, before you go to the Super Bowl, you first got to have a winning season. Then let's get to the playoffs. And because I know Mike McCarthy can do that, especially since the Falcons have been going on a 9-year drought, that's the safe hire for me. What's your thoughts?
Well, I would agree with you if we had a quarterback, but we don't. We don't have a quarterback, and McCarthy, to me, has been away from the game. What, in the last 3 to 4 years now?
No, he just been gone a year. You done buried the man's career.
I mean,
He was just the Dallas coach last year.
Yeah, but what
And he
was
still
I mean,
keep up with the game.
he was
on Pat McAfee every week.
he was coaching in title, but not coaching.
He was the coach.
Yeah, he was a coach in
He
title.
wasn't the GM, but he was the coach.
Yeah, he was the coach in title.
No, he was coaching Hars.
Did they go to the playoffs?
Yeah, they made it to the no. They didn't. Yeah, they made it to the playoffs last year.
No, not last year. Yeah, but they made it 3 times. He won 12 games 3 straight years.
Yeah. He got a good run with him.
Okay.
And they didn't make it. And they didn't make it. My fault.
Surprised.
They didn't make it last year because Dak got hurt.
Right. But I was surprised. McCarthy had it. And when I looked it up, I thought I was gonna be looking up a bad year. He had a decent record with the Cowboys, other than the year Dak got hurt. And I think
In the first year.
In the first year. But other than that, he was like 12 wins every
12
year.
and 5. 12 and 5.
If you got a quarterback, then I'm all in. But I don't. I mean, if you say come here and groom my quarterback and groom my offense, then I'm all in. But I don't know who that is.
But see, here's what you're saying right now that would make me say the Falcons need to lean towards defense, because if Mike McCarthy doesn't have a quarterback, what is Clint Kubiak going to do without a quarterback? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're in the same boat. So it would make sense in the interim to go defense and get you a coordinator. if the whole point is we can't get an offensive mind because we don't have a quarterback. Because no matter who you bring in offensively, as of today, you either gonna have an injured Mike Penix, an old Kirk Cousins, or some guy who's trying to find his stride in the NFL. That's where you are right now.
Well, I would say this to back your point up. Clint Kubiak was offensive coordinator in Minnesota when Kirk Cousins had his best season. So you have a tie in that situation right there. You just got to decide if you're going to use him again next year to bridge the gap until Michael Penix gets healthy again.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Well,
if Matt Ryan, look, if Clint is Matt's guy, and you just talking to Stefanski because you don't want to wait, man. Look, I'm not saying I don't know who his guy is, but if Clint is your guy, dude, you're gonna have to wait. Wait for Seattle. You can talk to him next week. If they eliminated this week, you can talk to him next week. If you gotta wait a week, wait a week. If you've identified that as your guy, don't be impatient now. So,
well, we'll see. Gentlemen, I gotta head out, man. But I enjoy being with y'all. God willing, see y'all next week.
Let me get one more take from you. What you think about this Lakers situation, dude? Is JJ should be on the hot seat? What's up with these shooting woes? What you got to say about that right now?
I think it's more roster construction than it is coaching. And I think that's where Darvin Ham was given a bad deal. Because the roster construction, like the bottom line is the league now has a lot of wing play. Guys can shoot the three. Guys can handle the ball, get to the hole. You look at like the Houston Rockets roster. You look at Oklahoma City. You look at the San Antonio Spurs. The problem with the Lakers is they don't have enough athletic guys to defend all those guys. You can't play Luka and Austin Reeves at the same time, plus an old LeBron. That's three defensive deficiencies on the court at the same time. And you're hoping that the one guy who could play defense, if it's a Vanderbilt, if it's a LaRavia, and then you got Ayton, you hoping that can clog up the middle, but these guys shoot too well to be able to play defense like that. So it's the roster construction, because when you got Luka and Austin Reeves out there, they're the same guy on defense. They can't defend nobody. And then, LeBron can defend that for a spurt, but not for a long time. So the roster construction is just bad. And the Lakers are going to have to make some real tough decisions on, does it make sense to keep an Austin Rivers?
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, I'm sorry. Austin Reeves, yeah. If it doesn't make sense to keep him when you know he's a defensive liability. And then if you look at the bench, the only person that can really play those 3 and D guys on the wing is Vanderbilt. That's it.
Yeah, our bench is trash. We don't have no bench.
Yeah, I mean, the roster's horrible. So you can have anybody as the coach, but they're not competing for a championship until they have a better roster construction.
Yeah, Rob Pelinka, you might have to go, buddy.
Yeah. And see, JJ's hands are tied. He says a lot of cryptic stuff, but he knows he can't call out LeBron because LeBron got him the job.
Oh yeah.
He can't call out Luka because Luka's the franchise player. And they're two of the biggest defensive liabilities on the team. So instead
I knew Luka was bad defense, but man, you can't have everybody else playing defense too.
But when you got people as bad as Luka and sometimes LeBron, that makes the whole rotation bad.
Because everybody trying to cover each other, and
they're trying to catch up, and then you got people like Luka and LeBron that's not always rotate.
Yeah.
So that gives people open shots.
And back on defense either.
Yeah, exactly. And then they start complaining to the refs too. And there's not that room for error that they have anymore where they can take off a possession or two complaining, because they're not a team that can get
like the Hornets. I mean, the
Huh?
Hornets was running us silly last night. You trying to see how LaMelo Ball had 80. That was crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is they got nobody who could defend LaMelo.
No.
Any team that got good ball handlers at the perimeter for the perimeter positions, the Lakers in trouble.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. All right, gentlemen, y'all have a good rest of the show. Thank y'all for letting me hijack some segments. I appreciate it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
All right, Real, we'll
it's
catch up, big dog.
it might well be halftime right about now. I'm thinking we're gonna go to halftime. That spirited conversation it was all everything. We got a lot of stuff out of the way. We're gonna move it into halftime, and when we come back, we're gonna go through. It's gonna be a rather quick ending to the show. Not a quick ending, but 5 for 5 plus the pick for the football game. So let me crank up halftime just in case y'all didn't know. And then we'll be RIT right back. All right. Wait a minute.
RITB. Right that.
All right. There it is.
Found the coach.
Yep. It was running away. All right. Yep, that's the end of halftime. Let me scroll back up here and click us back on. We should be back. So this there we go. And everybody's gone except for me.
I'm back, coach. Yeah, I am. I'm here.
I guess
I'm here.
everybody was. Uh-oh.
I'm here, coach.
He's
I'm
here.
back.
Everybody's
I'm
here.
back. I'm here. I'm here. Ah.
All right.
Yeah. Ran up to the fridge. Give me a soda.
Let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the show. We're about to come to 5 for 5. I don't know why that keeps popping up. Let me see. Once again, technicals. All righty.
There we go. There you go.
All right, we're back. 5 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. We got 5 topics. As soon as HO comes back into the building, 5 topics, 5 different we got a discussion. Gonna have a little time on each topic. Some maybe go longer than others, but that's okay. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Who is it? Somebody put a hot dog in Coach's mouth. Whoever you are, I don't have any hot dogs, so you don't know what you're talking about. Whoever you are, please reveal yourself, your true name.
That all the comments.
And we'll. Oh, here goes somebody. Oh, they got some dumb comments. Okay, so we're gonna move past them. Whoever that is. All right, 5 for 5. I don't know if the VP is still here to give us the cue to Lunis.
He just did.
There you go. Okay. All right. 5 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So I can get that music cranked up. There we go. All right, first topic. HO coming at you. Harbaugh chooses Giants. What you think?
I thought he would have went to Pittsburgh, but the Giants the Giants gave him. I mean, it's a good fit. I mean, he's a Midwesterner, but he's been up top for quite a long time, so he don't have to move far. Baltimore not far from New York, so he can just go right across the bridge and be all right. So a good fit. He looked at the quarterback situation and said, "Yeah, I can work with that."
All right, Red. Harbaugh the Giants.
I never thought he was going to Pittsburgh, but it's a solid move. The Giants want some respectability back. Right now, if you think about it, he's right now the best coach in their division. So he had the best team, not right now. Can he have the best team soon? It will take him a couple of years, but yeah, the Giants wanted to get back to respectability. This is the way to go. I can't guarantee how far or how much success he'll have, but he'll at least get them back to respectability.
All right. Coming right back at you, Red. Dante Moore. I don't know what triggered him, but he has decided to return to the Oregon Ducks. Your thoughts on that move?
My thoughts on, Anthony Mendoza is going first to the Raiders, and he saw who was sitting at number 2, and said, "No way, no how. I am not going to the Jets. You are not going to ruin my career. So I have to go back to school for a year and try this thing again next year. And hopefully the Jets won't be picking where I'm scheduled to be selected." But now, Dante, one thing about it, dude, you can't control the climate, and you definitely can't control the Jets. Going back to school to avoid the Jets, you better be careful, because instead of being number 2 pick next year, they'll be the number 1 pick, and you'll have to come out, and they're going to be sitting right there ready to take you. So, every team you run from is a team that'll find you.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, of course. He chose to go back to school and go to the Jets. If he would have went to the Jets, he would have had to wear a black suit to the draft. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have enjoyed the NIL money back in Oregon and continue to wear Nike for another season, and then go to the New York Jets. So great move. Not a bad choice to wear Nike every day and get paid millions and millions of dollars not to play for Oregon, but to avoid New York.
Yeah. All right.
What I want with Nike.
Let's see what the nation said. Good move for John Harbaugh. VP said he has a European version of Lamar Jackson. Let's see what he will make of this. Winston Thornton said Harbaugh went straight to New York after he got fired. He did an interview with us via Zoom. Giants pulled out all the stops in their roster. Isn't that far off, to be honest? As long as Dart develops. All right. Mazitos, good afternoon, said Gold Sports. All right, we're doing sports. The VP said Moore recognized that he would take a pay cut by leaving Oregon at this moment in time. He definitely needs to improve his quarterback play. He needs to have a Heisman-like season in 2026. But we will see what he does. Winston said Moore wasn't trying to go to the Jets, and all our star players that were draft eligible but still had eligibility decided to come back for another run at it. Sadiq will be the first tight end off the board. Yeah, I saw that big fella Sadiq. He's a pretty solid looking kid. So we will see what happens with him. Hey Joe, will Major League Baseball ever get a salary cap?
It's possible, but I think they just need to be a little more strict on the deferred money and raise up the luxury tax to make teams not spend so much. If they spend, they need to put a salary cap on the luxury tax. If you spend over a certain amount of money, then you can't defer the money. You have to pay up front to make sure that you pay your luxury tax up front as well. So they need to just tweak that piece a little bit. I'm not sure a salary cap will help because baseball is the only sport that hasn't had a salary cap. So I'm not sure if that's going to be their way because they haven't experienced one with one. So keep it like it is. Just tighten up the loopholes a little bit.
Red?
Yeah, I'm with HO on this one right here because they already tried this before. We don't miss the World Series because they don't try this before. The players and the union are not going to agree to a salary cap, so the owners might well not even try. Don't waste months and months and months of saying we want a salary cap and then go through months and months and months of rejection saying no, we don't want one. Like HO say, just tweak some of the luxury tax penalties and whatnot, make it to where teams have to really think about the money they spending, something on that level. But sitting here waiting on the salary cap, we already know how the players and the players union feel about that. So I say, it'll probably be a good idea because Dodge is going crazy. But I don't think so. And as far as the Braves go, what the Dodgers doing ain't affecting you at all. You can spend some money, you can't do it cheap. So I would want the Braves to be sold. That's what I want. I want them to be sold to one of these rich owners we got here in Atlanta. And that'll help. That'll help my team out. Keep saying Tyler Perry, why don't you buy the team?
I got one for you, Red. Cox Communication can buy the team.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Right. I mean, as long as they care about spending money to keep us relevant and compete with the Dodgers, fine with me. I just want to stay relevant. I don't want to fall too far back behind the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Mets who signed Piquet the other day. You know what I'm saying? All these, and we sit here being cheap with Kim and this Houston and this Maurice guy that we got. They better do something too. We better not be held back by our shortstop this year.
All right, Red, question for you. How secure is JJ Redick with the Lakers?
That is a good question. Now, Rev mentioned earlier that the roster is a little hamstrung because you got all the defensive liabilities with our best players. And I agree with a lot of that. But y'all know how Laker Nation is. We go too much longer with this, and eventually it's going to be JJ falling on the sword. Now, LeBron, his deal is up after this year, so we possibly can go out and add some more defensive players to the team. But look, JJ, you got to fix some things right now because we still playing this season. And Laker Nation ain't just going to give up the whole season just because you saying you have some defensive issues. We know you got defensive issues. What are your y'all coaches? You got to hire the defensive coaches and coach this crap out of them, or at least coach them enough to where we can get through this season. But like I say, how we finish this season, coaching hard, is going to determine what level of job security JJ will have going into next season. If we have another first round exit, I don't care what the excuses are about LeBron being old, Luka don't play D. JJ, your seat is gonna be hot like fire going into next season. If we have another first round exit, you know it and I know it. So it is what it is. That's Laker Nation for you, baby. We like Steelers Nation. We have standards and we don't accept no excuses. Next.
Hey Joe.
Well, this is what you get when you hire a first-time head coach. You're gonna start to get stuff like this, and it's rearing its ugly head because they're not looking good. And I'm agreeing with Reb. The roster construction is a little bit unorthodox, and it's not built for winning right now. It's built for LeBron's exit out of the NBA. It's built for that, but it's not built for winning a Western Conference title or a championship right now. So if they can get that together, maybe JJ is safe. So Rob Pelinka, you got to get on the phone and get busy, buddy. And maybe JJ's job will be safe then. But first-time head coach, Coach K ain't coming with you to LA, so he's having a tough time trying to adjust with a non-compete roster, non-competitive roster.
I forgot the old Dookie guy.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, don't say that. I don't want to hear it.
The VP said if TP Studios, Tyler Perry will buy the Falcons, your helmets will be jacked up. Oh Lord, if you know, you know. No comment.
I don't want to buy the Falcons, Vince. I just want to buy the Braves.
Lakers issue is that Winston said that they knew they weren't going to be a defensive stalwart, but the offense is lacking. Offense is 17, while defense is 18. Reeves is missed sorely. Lakers is 13-0 and scoring 120 points this season. They better be undefeated scoring 120.
Yeah, I agree with that. Another issue we got, we awful at 3-point shooting. Our 3-point shooting is one of the worst in the NBA. And for an NBA that's predicate on 3-point shooting now, that's not good. You got Luka jacking up about 23s every night, but ain't nobody else really helping them out with the 3-point shots. I mean, that all sorrow Benson went 0 for 9 the other night. I mean, like I say, our 3-point shoot has got to get better. So, in addition to defense, we need to be having some 3-pointers and defense. We got to get some better shooters, man.
All right, last topic. H.O., which one of these teams has the better future that's been put out in the playoffs? The Chargers, the Eagles, the Steelers, or the Jaguars?
The Jaguars.
Okay.
The Jaguars, they done found them a coach. Lynn Combs is a good coach, and they done found him a coach, and he's unlocked Sunshine skill set. And so Duval is in the building. So yeah, I say the Jaguars, and they made it all the way to the playoff and lost Travis Hunter early in the season, or midway during the season. So that tells you what type of talent they have and what they can possibly do going into next year. He has started to be one of the go-to guys for Sunshine, is catching balls and stuff like that. So yeah, the trajectory is going up for Jacksonville, and I say they have the brighter future out of all those teams we just named.
Red?
I'm with 100% on this one. I throw the Packers out there as far as maybe the other teams, because the Packers are always gonna be the Packers. You got Michael Parsons coming back next year. You got the Love Doctor and those receivers, and unfortunately for Falcon fans, you're gonna have LaFleur coming back. So the Packers are be good too. But H.O. is 100 on this one, man. Jag, and that's like Leah Harris said. They ain't got nothing to hold their head down about. You lost to another Super Bowl favorite and another MVP and Josh Allen. You had a great season. You didn't even have Travis Hunter, your number one pick, for most of the season. And you still out there winning games, kicking butt and taking names. So, like I said, I'm with H.O. saying the Jags. Future looks bright, and the Packers, well, their future always gonna be just pretty steady as long as you got LaFleur and Led Johnson and Parsons and the guys, they'll be all right. The Chargers, they got a lot of injuries they got to overcome. They got to get some players back. The Eagles, like Rev said, you listen to Eagles radio, they'll tell you what they saying. Panthers, we not so sure if this is a fluke or they win the division because the Bucks and the Falcons are so sorry. So we'll see how steady they are going forward. And the Steelers, up in the air with them right now. They got to get a quarterback, and unfortunately for coach, may not want to hit it. Steelers might have to do some retooling and rebuilding, but Steelers will be back. They just got to make a few moves themselves. But the Packers and the Jags going forward next year, I think, will have the most success.
All right. The VP said, that's what I meant, Red. Those Braves rally caps will be meh. LOL with TP ownership. No comment.
You're right. Tyler may be cheap too.
Winston said the Jags, Philly Bill is about to come due. Jags on the upswing. Rest of them were just happy to get to the playoffs. And the VP also said easy, the Jags. Tremendous upside. Ride this 2025 momentum into 2026. Auntie Lynn Harris has his back. And the VP said the Eagles will be fine, but their Achilles heel is Brown and the OC. So
they may not be back. Really, Nick, they need to go on and get rid of Nick too. Silly self don't need to be back. But so he got that Super Bowl ring, so that's gonna keep him coming.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 5 for 5 right there. We zipped on through it. Now it's time, we real quickly going into the NFL playoff picks. We got 4 games.
Football game too, Coach.
Oh yeah, we got to get back to that. But we're doing the NFL right now. Let's find some NFL music. We got 4 games. So, all right. Rep Night Nation, you can pick as well. Starting with you, H.O. Bills and the Broncos.
I want to go Broncos so bad, but I got a feeling that Josh Allen is going to take advantage of Patrick Mahomes not being in the playoffs. There's no roadblock for the Bills to get to the Super Bowl other than the Broncos. And I'm not a Sean Payton fan, so I'm going to pick the Bills.
Red?
Man, it's going to be a good one. That's what happens when you get to the division around. All of them good matchups. Man, because these are the best of the best that got left. It's 18. Man. I know Josh Allen, you got nobody standing in your way. Boy, those Broncos been playing some good ball all year. They've been playing, their defense has been balling. And with your boy, Bo Nix, he always makes one play he needs to get over the hump. But the Bills defense is balling too. And that Josh Allen, man, boy, you just can't keep him down. Broncos got 5 comeback wins this year. Guess who else got 5 comeback wins this year? Your boy, Josh Allen. So just when you think they out, y'all pull them right back in. I think H.O., I'm riding with you on this one, big dog. I mean, because the Bills can be down in the game, and you think the game on when you blink your eye, they right back in. If the Broncos go down in the game, I think if the Bills get up on the Broncos, I don't think the Broncos be come back like the Bills can. I think both need to go out there and start pressing and make some mistakes, and the Bills will take advantage of that. But if the Bills are down, they still can be in the game anyway. So the Bills have an advantage both ways, whether they down or lead. And that's why I'm riding with you, H.O., and I'm taking the Bills. The Josh Allen,
Hey,
man, got to be now or never, baby. Finally got it what you want. No, Mahomes, no Lamar. If you can't take advantage of this, man, people gonna really start questioning if you gonna win at all. Start this week. Get this week.
Yep. I'm going with the Broncos because I want to see Josh Allen what excuse they got for him if the Bills lose. What they gonna come up with this time? Because you don't have those other guys in there. So what excuse you gonna give him again?
Coach, you hoping for a chaos, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
chaos,
coach, you know,
man.
these,
Chaos
man,
theory.
just want all this chaos.
All right, next game. Red 49ers and the Seahawks Chickens.
Oh man, you know, I would have chose Seattle with no limitations or no worries. And then I read what happened to the quarterback earlier today. Man got a doggone oblique injury. Now every time he twists and throw the ball, it's gonna be ow. And then if he get good by one of those 49ers guys, you're really gonna be hurt. Ah, but what both teams got defense. And Brock Purdy and see the Seattle defense, they made Brock Purdy look so crazy the last time they played. And they defense gonna be still ready at home. The 49ers defense gonna be ready at home. Man, this is gonna be a tough one because we all know how Sam can really mess the game up sometimes. And now he's not even 100% healthy. God, what is he gonna do out there? And we know Shanahan can scheme it up with the best of them, whether he at home or on the road. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna take Seattle just for the fact that the 49ers are so injured. That these injuries eventually gonna catch up with them. They lost Kittle last week. They losing players every week. And I'm surprised McCaffrey's still here because he used to be the first one to get hurt. But I'm gonna take the Seahawks and just hope Sam can just bustle it through. I'm hoping we'll find out how bad that oblique injury is. If he's limited and what he can do and how he can throw the ball, we'll find out early. And that's going to affect the Seahawks. But if Sam can just muscle it through, just get the ball to Mr. Ohio State, and if they can use, if Clint Kubiak can use them running back, I think Seattle escape with a 27-24 victory over the 49ers. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going to give Seattle the edge. They at home. They got a good coach. They got a good defense. They got some good running backs. So maybe they'll be able to squeak by even with this injury that same old Darnold got. But it's gonna be tough though. But I'm gonna still stick with Seahawks because I've been sticking with them all year long. I can't give up on them now.
Hey, Joe.
Well, this is the game for the second interview with the Falcons. Whoever loses get a second interview. And because this is not the Super Bowl, I might have to go with the 49ers and Shanahan because Donald has an oblique issue, and I know they say he was going to play, but yeah, that oblique is something serious. So I think I'm going to go with the 49ers, and let's see how much pressure the Falcons can put on Clint Kubiak to get that second interview. To come on down and see what he can do.
Hey Joe, if Seattle gets eliminated, I think Clint gonna have his second interview Monday morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, and I think if Seattle wins, Robert Saleh have his second interview as well. So
yeah, okay, I see. Okay, I forgot about Saleh on the other side. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so either way, this is gonna be the second interview for whichever team, whichever coach. So whoever loses is gonna benefit the Falcons.
Yeah, so we all know Matt Ryan will be watching this game, so y'all better be impressed with somebody. You too, Clint, because he's still watching, because he still might wait for you to get done to still interview you again. Yeah. I hope so. Please don't choose Stefanski. At least wait to hear from somebody. I'm saying if you're gonna choose Stefanski, at least interview the other guys before you make the choice. Still gonna poo-poo.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Niners. I just think McCaffrey's gonna show up in a big way, and like y'all said, that Donald injury, he already had some suspect tendencies, but with the injury, that could swing the game a certain way. So I'm gonna go with the Niners. Texans and the Patriots. is the next game. Ho, who you got?
As good as that defense is for the Texans, boy, this is a tough one, huh? I don't know. Just because I like Paul Wall, Slim Thug, and Bun B and all them, I think I want to go with the Texans just so they can make some more music. And that defense, they may have about 6 sacks, so I'm going with the Texans. Drake May ain't gonna get out of harm's way this time. 6 sacks, Texas win on the road.
Red.
Man, I don't know what it is about me and H.O., boy. Maybe I stop by that restaurant or something. We on point today, man. We feeling each other. Man, I'm with you. Houston, I mean, Drake May, you escaped the Chargers defense, but the Chargers won 100%. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got all they pieces. Houston, boy, they got everybody in there, and they are just doing they forks and knives like that when it comes to Drake May, because they ready to eat, baby. They are ready to eat on some Drake May, a rookie quarterback. Well, not a rookie, but still, he's still a young quarterback. It's his first playoffs. Houston, they haven't been in the playoffs 3 straight years. So, you know, they trying to do this thing this year. And they feeling it. They feel like, man, we got a chance, y'all. We get past the Patriots, AFC Championship game. And who we gonna see? It'll either be Buffalo or Denver. You think they worried about either one of those teams? I am riding this Houston train just like H.O. DeMeco Ryan got these boys balling. You only need C.J. Stroud to make a few plays. I know Nico not playing today, but them other boys, Kirk and some of them other guys, you just need a few plays. Because the defense, they going to keep May in check. So you just need C.J. to make a few plays. Maybe Nick Chubb will have a good day running. Something like that. But maybe the offense. You just need the offense to make a few plays, H.O. And that defense, they gonna have Drake May in check, and maybe the defense will score a touchdown like they scored 2 last week. But no matter what, Houston is balling. That defense is rocking. That's a team you can't take your eyes off of, and I'm not taking my eyes off of it. Let's go Texas.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. The Texans. The thing about the Texans is it's gonna be on C.J. Stroud. If C.J. Stroud actually decide to do his thing, then the Texans gonna win. But if he fumble that ball like he did against the Steelers, it's gonna be tight. So I'm gonna go with the Texans as well. The last game, we'll let H.O. come back.
Get back.
We're gonna let him have his time. Rams and the Bears. Who you got? Rams and the Bears.
Man, it's probably gonna be the best game of the week. But this would be the worst game of the week. I'm telling you this. The Rams traveling across the country, coming from a hot SoCal to that cold stadium. I know they played in Carolina last week, but that Chicago cold is a lot different than that Charlotte cold. And the Bears, they know how to play in this weather. Ben Johnson, he know how to scheme it up. Those running backs, they still there. He'll get around a double dose of those running backs all game long. When you least expect it, Caleb's gonna hit somebody down the field. When you least expect it. I just don't count the Bears out. The Bears been cardiac Cubs all year long. You think they out of the game? Nope, they just begin. Just when you think you got them, that's when they get pulled right back in. Oh, like you said, that was why I'm on this Godfather 3 tagline. But anyway, the Bears is just that team, man. And then they at home too. If this was in LA, I probably would choose the Rams. But now the Rams got to go to Chicago. I'm giving that edge to the Bears all day long. Let's go Chicago. Let's go Case. Y'all are finally prove to the world that y'all belong.
Hey Joe, who you got?
Yeah, that Chicago cold, different kind of cold. I went up there one year and it was 2 degrees. Every house I went to, they was like, "Can I get your jacket? Can I get your coat for you?" No, ma'am, I'm good. I ain't taking my coat off. But there's a different kind of cold. I'm not sure Matt Stafford, if he's used to this kind of cold. He used to that sunny California weather. He was in Detroit for a long time, so maybe he could. He played in the dome in Detroit, but that
Right.
cold in Chicago.
Yeah, you that cold.
Yeah, he used that cold playing in it at least. And plus, Chicago lead the league in turnover margin, so I think I'm gonna go with the home team in the turnover margin. So, like Red said earlier, we on one accord today. So I'm going with the Bears. Bear down.
I just think the Rams got too much firepower. I mean, I don't care about the cold. That doggone Puka Nuka and DeAndre Adams and Adams gonna tell the tale. And Stafford, he's been there before. I got to go with the Rams on this one. Caleb, you've been doing good. You my boy, but you gonna suffer in this one.
If we were playing on PS5, if we were playing this on Madden, I go with the Rams. But
all right,
I still might take Chicago against these Hard. If he win that game right there, but I'll be playing though. I take Chicago with the Rams.
Let me see what
I would have took them last year, but the way they got the playmakers this year, yeah, I play with them on PS. Matter of fact, I might play with them today to see how they look.
All right. Going back, Winston said Broncos. McDermott is fired and the rebuild begins for the Bills. The VP said Bills. I'm with Horace. I can't stand Peyton, and Bo Nix is going to succumb to the postseason pressure. And he is 75 years old, Bo Nix. We're not going to talk about his age, but moving on. Winston Thornton says Seahawks. He going with the Sea Chickens. They got the 12-man going for him. The VP is going with his Niners. He said Seattle's run game will be a problem. Their defense will be coming for Purdy. This will be a close game. Bang, bang, Niner game by 6. He said bang, bang, Niner game. All right. VP said Texans. Winston said Texans with the upset. The VP said defense travels. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that's going to be an upset. And on the last game, Bears for VP, and Winston Thornton says the Rams. All right. Those are our picks for those.
Got one more comment.
All right. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. King Alonzo Porter says, I want the Seahawks to lose so the Seattle offensive coordinator can come to Atlanta. Ready for him to get out of there. And Alexis says Seahawks and Rams. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you, King supporter. But look, if that's Matt Ryan guy, because I'm saying he should be able to wait to Seattle go on this little playoff run. I mean, we waited for a guy sometimes, so I want Clint too. But I don't know why the Falcons being so impatient. So I know they want to conduct their second round of interviews, but man, you gotta wait for Clint if you think he could possibly be your guy. Wait for him. You gotta wait a whole another week.
Yep. Well, last topic of discussion is the college football national championship on like they say on one of them shows on Martin Luther King Day. Miami Hurricanes, the like somebody said, against the Indiana Hoosiers. Ho, tell me who you pick and why.
I'm going Indiana because I just want the storyline to be as great as it is. The storyline can be that Indiana, a team that came from nowhere 3 years ago to a national championship with no 5-star players. What a culture that was built for this organization. That you can take a team with no 5-star players and basically the age of an NFL team to a championship and still go. Yeah, I'm rooting for Indiana and Mendoza to send this story into history. And I think we've said on multiple occasions that will there be another undefeated team in college football? Well, we're about to see on Monday night.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Indiana to complete the shock of America, to go undefeated in this era of college football and ride off into the sunset with a Heisman Trophy winner, the number 1 overall pick in the town that he was born and raised in, against the dream school. What better story can you get? Indiana wins the national championship.
I read.
And they cover the spread.
Oh, okay. Fruit cups. Who you got, Red?
Oh, okay. So me, hey Joe, we've been saying all day, man. Who you pick? Indiana.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Indiana. I ain't riding with no Carson Beck and them clowns from the U and coked up Michael Irvin and forget them clowns. Don't even want to ride with Indiana. But hey, I ain't got no choice. I hate that they gonna match my UGA's undefeated season. I was looking out, I said, can we have an undefeated season? We won our championship. And yeah, we did. 2022, 15-0. And here come Indiana, ready to hate. But hey, man, you got to give it up to Kirk Cignetti, man. Like H.O. said, man, don't have hardly any 5-star players coming from a school like James Madison, bringing some of his own players from James Madison over there too, and still dominated. I mean, kicking butt and taking names. I mean, what Kirk Cignetti has done, and Coach Seymour Spagnetti, Reservoir Dogs. I'm saying, what Kirk Cignetti is doing over there in these last 2 years with Indiana, man, dude, you have put yourself on the map. You have put Indiana on the map. I mean, once thought of as a basketball school, you can't even look at it on now. There's an athletic powerhouse. Now, that's what he's doing for Indiana. He's turning them into an athletic powerhouse now, as some of these other top schools are. You got the basketball program coming up. When you get the basketball program succeeded, the football program succeeded, and that moves on to other athletic departments and have them succeeded. Like I say, that's what Kirk Cignetti is doing, putting Indiana's entire athletic program on the map. And I'm most definitely rooting for him. I never root for Carson Beck and his 3 or 4 interceptions that he gonna throw on Monday night. Watch, I told y'all one of them games coming that he gonna have 3 or 4 turnovers. It's gonna be this Monday too. Because Indiana, man, this defense, like you say, no 5-star players in this defense looking as about as ferocious as the Georgia defense. How we were playing in our championship year. So, man, like I say, Kirk Cignetti put his entire stamp on his program. The entire team is taking over his personality. You got to root for the kid. Mendoza, he's such a well-raised, got a great personality. What the way him and his brothers are looking out for his mom and the condition she's going through. You got to root for that story right there. So, like I say, Indiana just got a lot of things to root for, whereas Miami got a lot of things not to root for. So, this is simple to be. I'm taking Indiana. I'm cheering for them to match UGA's undefeated championship season, and just let all the confetti fall for Kirk Cignetti, because, man, you earned it, you deserve it, and you too, Mendoza. And I just hope the Raiders take care of you next year, because you're definitely gonna be their pick. I hope they finally realize how lucky they are to get a franchise quarterback again.
I hope when they interview Cignetti when they win the championship on the stage, Coach, how did you beat Miami? And he says, like I said before, Google me and walk off.
That'd be a good one.
I thought he was gonna say, look at that clown Michael Irvin they got on the sideline. It wasn't that hard.
Michael Irvin might do a longest yard. They better be careful. If Miami losing, he'll peel off his shirt and have on a number 47 jersey and might try to run out on the field, y'all. They better be careful. He said he got a 6-pack of abs. He can do it. Let's go out there.
I'm glad we ain't got no crazy guys like that roaming outside, man.
Yeah, they say when your nose start bleeding, coach, it make you look good.
All right.
Leave that one alone, man.
King allowed supporters said, I'll wait too. We talking about Kubiak. Yeah. Winston said,
right. I said, that's the guy you want. You got to wait for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Winston said, Indiana in a blowout. The VP said, I'm rooting for the U just to be messy with Georgia fans. Miami will be the underdog for once in a natty game. I think they will use that as the ultimate motivation to bring a chip back to South Florida. Alexis said Indiana in a close one.
You crazy.
And he said, for you, the day the Bison Glacier Village was the most important of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Kurt Signetti said that. Okay. All right. So that's all the comments. That's all the topics.
That's awesome.
Now we're going to do You Had a Right, because somebody had the right to do something in the sports world. We don't know what it is. But y'all going to tell us as soon as I can pull up the banner. Okay. All right, Red, who has the right to do what and why do they have the right to do it?
Finally, I got a good one. I got to start focusing on my You Had the Rights like I do my Dope and Coast. But finally, I got a good one today. UGA basketball. You got a right to, number one, beat Arkansas today. And number two, keep getting wins in the SEC. That is the only way we're going to get to this tournament. Now, you're 2-2 so far. You can be 3-2 with a win versus Arkansas today. Like I say, but I like how we playing. We still number 21 rank in the nation. And like I say, you got a right to keep balling so I can have my basketball version of my team in the tournament. I mean, I had my football version in the tournament, but they was out in the first round. So UGA, it's up to you now. UGA basketball, I'm talking about. You got to do it for me this year. And I expect you at least do something. Number one, don't miss the tournament. And number two, at least try to go to the Sweet 16. But for the most part, you had the right to continue winning games in the SEC so you can be positioned to do exactly what I asked. Look good so far. I'm pulling for you, UGA. Let's go Bulldogs. I'm glad UGA basketball is finally back in the mix, HO. Finally, after all this time.
All right, then. Yeah.
It's on you, HO. I'm done.
Oh, you okay. Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Braves, you have the right to call Cox Communication to finally get your games on cable instead of dealing with FanDuel, who's currently in bankruptcy right now, or at least coming out of bankruptcy.
You can't even stream their games. I be getting the app. You can't even stream the whole game.
Yeah, so Atlanta, listen, you got a $26 billion cable company sitting right here in your town. How can you not call these folks and say, listen, let's work out a deal so we can so the fans can see our product on the field. Atlanta Braves, now we got to subscribe to the MLB just to watch the game. Unless you want to contact me, and I got a streaming service for you that can get you all the baseball games. But for right now, for all the local fans, just call Cox Communications and Cox Cable, and let's get this thing started. So, Braves and Hawks, you have the right to call Cox Communications. If you want me to send an email out to do that, then I'll do it, and let's all have a meeting. and we'll
They better do
donate
something, 'cause they
10%.
know how
We'll
Braves
donate
fans are.
10%. Yeah, we'll donate 10% of the proceeds to SRT and the Rev Show.
That's right, baby.
Peachtree TV is wide open. I don't know why they won't use it.
Wide open.
Yeah.
I don't know what I tell Braves to be cheap, man. I don't understand this cheapness. You got money. What the world you want? You want us all coming down to the down there to the Truist Park, folks, to the bank, and then you ain't even spending the money that you getting from all the proceeds you make. You think we don't know that y'all making money off us filling up that stadium, Braves? Don't think we don't know that. So you got money to do some of this stuff, just being cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's on you now. If the fans turn on you, it's gonna be on you.
Cox Communication is worth $26 billion. How in the world?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're supposed to be in the business of broadcast and stuff. That'd be the main two guys I'd be calling. Braves, Hawks, what, you want to work out a deal? Come on, we broadcast.
Yeah.
Just tell me something. Just give me a number. God, who running these doggone companies? Well, they just go to the company, they go to the building every day and just sit down and order takeout and don't do nothing? Because this is something they need to be working on right here.
And if you work out a deal with the Cox Communication, you can develop an app for the particular team so we can stream the game.
And you know we everybody would get the app. You have it local wise, everybody had the app.
Yeah, you can download the app on the Fire Stick or your phone, and then all of the Hawks and the Braves game you can watch.
And see, HO, I got to pay for MLB almost $20-$30 a month now.
Well,
holler
at me after the show, and I got a streaming service for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Hawks, and I got NBA TV in the Hawks game. You can't even watch them the same day. You got to wait 3 days after the Hawks game to watch them on NBA TV. Lord, luckily I can watch my Lakers game same night.
Yeah, I got Best TV and all the games and everything, so we good to go. But I got to do a hard out right now. So, Coach, you want to go ahead and finish it up? Because I got to get Duke to this grooming appointment.
Yeah, let me go and get it out of here. The VP say SAS, you had a right to continue to have your cookout invite revoked along with Jason Fatlock.
Now, I got to hear what he was saying.
Fatlock going to find his way to the cookout now. I don't care what y'all say. You can try to stop him if you want to.
George Taylor said he don't come outside, though.
Yeah, I just better say, George say he will come out.
Say he ain't coming outside. He got too many enemies.
I hope he ain't scared of her now. She ain't the one I'll be hiding from.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's for the show today. We good. Enjoy your holiday on Monday. Those of you who don't have to work, enjoy your holiday. Enjoy the rest of today. And if you see some snow, well, you'll be one of the lucky ones. Because I doubt if it come through here. But anyway.
You elected with me. I don't want no snow. I don't know how to deal with snow.
It ain't gonna, I doubt if it's in it, but hey. Joe, once again, thank you for coming on here, my brother. We always need you. What we looking at?
When we gonna get Ace on the show?
Yeah, Ace. Yeah, we can get him next week. We're asking Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, we had Asa Brown and his band of renown, the man with the best last name in sports.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week, same time, 10:30.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. I'm out of here, man. I got to go get Duke cleaned up.
All right, Joe. I see you on Facebook, man.
For sure. All right, later.